DeltaV SaaS SCADA is an IIoT cloud-native platform designed to enable asset-intensive industries to quickly and securely connect, acquire analytics, and provide control of remotely located devices anywhere, anytime by any one of your authorized users. We help our customers become more productive, profitable, and sustainable to improve life around the globe.
Receive notifications they can allow here. That will allow them to receive alarm like push notifications as well. Our dashboard icon here at the bottom, the locations, alarms, sensors, reports, and then this is our options menu. Here you can create a run, you can browse locations, so just browsing locations you can add one at a time. In create run, here you would have to name your run first. I'll call it Sherry. And then you can select your locations directly from here. Pick your locations and then select done. So now the run has been created successfully. So you can change the name of the run by selecting this little notepad sign. You can edit the run by selecting this other notepad here, and you can continue to add locations to this run. We can go back to edit run. This will delete a run. And if you click on just this white space itself, it will take you to the locations and you can move them up and down in the order that you want to see them, and then done. Or you can delete them from there. Okay, so I've got my runs edited, and now I can switch to run and just click this little arrow here. And so up top, this is what we call a widget. And so we can add additional widgets to our dashboard here. Below is our location. So we've got the volume, today volume, and Y-day volume, and then last transmitted, and then similar icons to what you would find on DeltaV SaaS SCADA. So we can tell this is a well test, we can tell that this is a third-party access, and we've got alarms here, so we can select view all. And at the bottom, we've also got alarms, so we can see that there's 10. So I can click on either one. So we've got the alarm widgets here, and to add a widget, go into settings, and you can create up to 3. And then you have to select the items. So we've got total alarms already, but we can do production volume day 2 day and production volume Y day, and then apply. So now we can see all 3 widgets up top here. Okay, and here we can see the alarms as well. So on the location itself, we can see the locations in alarm status. And to look at them, I can either go into alarms or I can go into the view all. And then similar to what it looked like before, we can see all of the alarms. So this would just be for the locations that are selected in our run. But we can also do a show all for all of the alarms for the company as well. So just like in DeltaV SaaS SCADA, we have that alarm panel in the top corner that show all of the alarms. This is similar where we can see all of the alarms as well. And then up top is similar as well. We've got the high, low, high, low, and no communications alarm. It's a really nice feature as well, because it does have the set points, so you can see what the set point is for that alarm to be triggered. And then click the little 3 dots to acknowledge. If you do enter a note, you don't have to, but if you do enter a note, you can select submit. This pop up to acknowledge an alarm, and we can see the sensor, the alarm, and then the value, and then acknowledge. And it will give you a pop-up, added acknowledgement successfully, and then it will remove it from this page here. But just like in DeltaV SaaS SCADA, if an alarm or if a site is an alarm status and it's acknowledged, and on the next reading, it will not show up on the site itself on the site display, but it will show up in the sensor. Okay, so to get back to your main page, you select the dashboard. This is a nice feature. This is the locations feature here. See where your locations are on the map. And this little toggle here, you can show all. So if I click on location here, then I have the option to view sensors for that location and get directions to this location. So you had your normal phone, you would be able to get directions from the Google Map or the Map Store to your location. We've already talked about alarms. This is the sensors. If you click on sensors and locations, you can see, for example, this one is still an alarm status, volumes. We can still run a demand pull just if it is a SCADA device. You can enter in notes here and look up to 90 days. We can search for sensors. We can filter by alarm status, last communicated, measurement type. And then by selecting the flow rate or any sensor, it'll give us the graph button. If I switch to landscape, directly from here, we can also see the date and time and the flow rate value, similar to what we can see in DeltaV SaaS SCADA. But you can download this graph from here, or you can share it. So this is the share button here. If you have contacts or if you have an email, can text message, email, and so on. And this is the 7-day. We also can do like 1 hour, 3-day, 12 hours, and so on. And we can look up a custom date range as well. So that's new too. And then here at the bottom, you can swipe. You can enter in your values if needed. We can click through to see different locations as well. So this is the well application. We can validate and reject directly from here. This one does not have a demand pull, so we won't see any demand pull. And this is the refresh button. And then the last one is report. Here we can see all the reports. The starred ones are favorited reports, similar to like in DeltaV SaaS SCADA. So if you don't want to have it as a favorite, you can just remove it, or you can add it as a favorite. And then if you just want to see your favorited reports, you can just click the star, and that will show you just your main reports that you want to have a look at. So if you want to look at all of the reports, unhighlight the star. Search for a report. You can create a new report. You can edit a report. So I'll create a new report. Pick our sensors, select the locations. I can do all or just the current run and apply. I have a 7-day. I can adjust the custom rate and date and time. And then so I can still download, I can still share, view them in a more zoomed in fashion, and then save it. So now it's going to ask me for a report name. And now I've created the report successfully. So I can save it as a favorite. I can go ahead and edit it if I want. And now when I go back to my home page, to my dashboard, select report. If I select a report, now I just have to select my locations to view. So the report has already been created and I can apply that. So there will be a table view. You can set to see notifications on or off. Here will be a contact us. This settings here, so you can go into dark mode as well. Low data mode, so just critical sensors. Enable notifications, so location time, and compact mode.
Please contact our support team with any additional questions or training needs you may have. Our customers are enabled with DeltaV SaaS SCADA from every angle with change and project management, complete training and live, 24/7 support, because we believe every person on earth holds the potential to create a brighter tomorrow.